What's up, everybody? Playing a little catch up here from last week. Long story, but covering chapter 10 of The Mandalorian, entitled The Passenger. Great episode. Pretty much okay. The Mandalorian it leaves off where he was on Tatooine. He then gets encountered by some bounty hunters, and goons trying to take the child and take Mando out. Takes all of them out, and then one guy holds Baby Yoda a knife up to him, and he tricks him into trading his jetpack. But then as he's running away with it, the jetpack, he just hits a button and plop, and down goes the little old dude for a long fall. And I love when Baby Yoda ran back to Din Djarin. He's like, "Dad, now." You see Baby Yoda run a lot through this episode. Just his little run, it's adorable. And then he goes back to Pele in Tatooine. Pretty much finds out a contact to somehow find some more Mandalorians. And but the thing is, the catch. There's the catch. He has to give passage to this frog lady, and frog lady has to get her eggs back to the planet, only inhabited planet for her unborn children, because this is the last of her life cycle of her children. But you can't use hyperspeed to get there because it'll kill the eggs somehow. Makes it a little more difficult for Mando, and he don't think he's a taxi service, but he's got to do this to get the info, because her frog lady's husband knows some intel about where to find those Mandalorians on Trask. So he has to take her, and along the way, Baby Yoda gets hungry for those eggs in her canister. Poor frog lady. Her eggs, some of them don't stand a chance against Baby Yoda. He gets hungry and gulp, gulp. And Mando has a time trying to get him to stop throughout the episode. He's like, nope, nope. And it's almost like us eating not fish eggs, but chicken eggs. A little different, but And then all of a sudden he sets an autopilot, goes to sleep on the way to Trask, and all of a sudden he wakes up to New Republic, two New Republic X-Wings, and one of them is Trapper Wolf, which is Dave Filoni from the first season. And they have a conversation with him, and then they pretty much, they're not so sure that he's, they need all these clearance codes and the ping to be sent to him, and then pretty much he hightails it out of there, tries to escape from him, then puts it into free fall, where Frog Lady's like, "Ah!" and then screaming her head off, and then he gets away from him. He goes to that ice planet that we've seen in the commercials, and he crash lands kind of there, thinking he's all right, getting away from the X-Wings, but then all of a sudden when he turns the engine off, it cracks through the ice and falls into this ice cave. Then when he gets in there, the frog lady's trying to talk to him and converse with him, explaining her urgency to have to get her eggs to this planet in time so they don't die. And she's saying the temperature's getting low, too low on the egg canister. And he just pretty much goes to sleep. He wakes up. Wakes up. She's gone. He's having to work on the ship a little, and then Baby Yoda points out her footsteps where she'd left, and he goes to find her in a little hot spring in the ice cave, and just all sprawled out with her clothes over here, just in her and her eggs, trying to heat up her eggs in the little hot spring there in the ice cave. Then Baby Yoda goes to reach again, and he's just nope. So he he goes elsewhere. He's hungry, so he goes over here a little ways, and then he sees these egg-like things on the ground. So he digs into that, and from before I even uh, realize what it is, I can tell it looked like a spider even when he starts to eat it, and then all of a sudden, all the brothers and sisters of that spider start to wake up. And then he goes running back to Mando, and he's like, "Daddy," again, like just because he was hungry. And now I don't. I have to look at the time signature again, but I know this is a little detail, but I didn't notice it till later. I thought I was hearing things, but when he runs back to Mando, um, and Mando picks him up, I swear, the child lets out a toot. The child, I'm pretty sure, farted right then. And I mean, I could understand because when I get nervous, I let out a toot every once in a while. It happens, but I know that's a minuscule thing. But I swear I heard it. Um, Go look it up when he runs back to Mando. Mando picks him up. You hear a little oop. You hear a little toot, burr, or something. Anyway, taking too much time on that. Then spiders everywhere, small, medium size, and then the big Kahuna comes out, and Mando's blasting them. Explodes. Uses explosions for one, kills one big one, and then he get back to the ship, but then forgot there's a hole in the ship, and they're chasing them in the ship. And when they first got back to the ship, I thought they were all right, but I forgot about the hole, and yeah, they're getting all on the ship. Oh, my anxiety is getting high because I like spiders, but from a distance. But if you have arachnophobia, you would not do good on this episode at all. And he gets in there, and he's using his flamethrower through the crack, and they're just coming all through there. And one gets through and gets on Baby Yoda's head, and he's like, ah! But then Frog Lady whips out a little gun and saves Baby Yoda. Mando's like, "What? You packing, girl, this whole time?" And then they eventually can get the door shut. They go to hightail it out of there and leave, but then all of a sudden, lands another huge spider lands down on him, and he's looking in the window, and he's eyeing his prey, and he tries to get in there once, he's about to again, then all of a sudden, pew, 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 blast from over there. Mando has to go out and see who it is. What do you know? It's the two New Republic pilots. They tell him, we should arrest you, but we've seen from the past season where they said it should arrest you because you helped get out this prisoner, which was Quinn from the Prison Break episode in the first season. But they said, but you also locked up three other wanted criminals, and you tried to spare our New Republic guard's life. So we'll let it slide. These are trying times. That's what he says. And then Meadows like, well, you want to help me with my ship? He's like, well, you want to get that transponder fixed next time? We won't shoot it out of the sky. So they kind of save his tail from the spider, but they don't help him repair his ship to get away. So it's kind of like they left him in the middle there. That kind of shows you Mando's place and where he is in the galaxy, where he stands. He's kind of in that in-between area. You have all these bounty hunters and stuff looking for him, and then different people are wanting the child, and then you also have people wanting some of the best car that he has, because it's you can get a lot of money out of that. And so he has to repair the ship himself. He makes it to where the ship airlocks the front of it, so they can try to barely make it to Trask. But this episode was I really liked it, and the spiders, the special effects on them, and was really good. Some people thought it was a filler, but I didn't. But I thought this was a very character-driven episode. It really showed you Mando and the child, how they've grown, their relationship, that father-son duo, and how he's getting into things Childs would get into, with the egg and simple things. He keeps going back into it, but him having to look out for his so-called child, and it also mirrors it in the way that the frog lady's having to care for her unborn children and her eggs in order to get them to this planet in time to safely be born. So there's a very great mirroring in the two parents in this episode. It shows you how far Mando and Baby Yoda have come, and how it continues to grow and grow, and how much he feels responsible for the child. So it was a very great character episode. It didn't move the plot along a whole lot, but I think there was some essential things that happened in there to really make this episode really cool, I think. So that's about my main thoughts about Mandalorian Chapter 10, entitled The Passenger. Thank you for tuning in, and this is The Way.